PHROLOVA is finally here, and here comes our first playable antagonist in the game. In this video, I will be explaining PHROLOVA's entire skill set, then going over her resonance change and emphasizing any learnable one, then covering her best weapon, echoes, overall stats, and crit value to look for, and finally the team's composition. So without further ado everyone, let's get into the video. To start off, PHROLOVA will have 3 different stats: Compose, Resolving Chord, and Maestro stat. Each stat will have its own benefit and can gain 40 gauge depending on each stat. For example, during Compose stat, PHROLOVA can gain Volatile Note, in which she can stack up to 6 of them. Volatile Notes can be gained from performing Basic Attack 3, Enhanced Basic Attack, Resonance Skill, Enhanced Resonance Skill, and Intro Skill. Once PHROLOVA has enough Volatile Notes, casting Heavy Attack will deal a massive havoc damage called the Scarlet Coda, and during this time she will add the Compose stat and enters Resolving Chord. When in Resolving Chord, PHROLOVA Liberation Waltz of 4 second depth is now available to use. Performing this skill will end the Resolving Chord, and PHROLOVA will enter Maestro stat for 24 seconds, where she will float in the air and can command Hecate to attack the enemies. You might think that she's invincible during this time, but no. If Hecate gets hit, PHROLOVA also affected. Hecate also has different enhanced attack depending on each note that PHROLOVA has. For example, String Note will stagnate enemy, Wind Notes will pull nearby enemies, and Cadenza Note will combine both String and Wind's buff. Pressing the Resonance Liberation again will command Hecate to cast Curtain Call and end the Maestro stat. Right after performing Waltz of 4 second depth, casting PHROLOVA Outro skill will automatically make Hecate to cast its basic attack by itself, and when any resonator casts Echo skill during this time, Hecate will cast Enhanced Attack to the enemies. This skill can be triggered up to 10 times. When PHROLOVA not on the field, she can gain 1 stack of After Sound from Enhanced Attack Hecate, Strings, and Cadenza, and she can hold up to 24 stacks of After Sound. Each stack of After Sound will help increase Scarlet Coda damage, and from After Sound stack, PHROLOVA can gain up to 160% crit damage if only after you activate her inherent skill, Octet. PHROLOVA Outro skill will help amplify the next Resonator Havoc damage by 20% and Heavy Attack damage by 25% for 14 seconds. For other inherent skill, Accidental, Echo skill will help increase resistance to interruption and reduce the damage taken by 30%. After casting Intro skill and Echo skill, the next Volatile Note is confirmed to be Cadenza Note. And now let's discuss PHROLOVA resonance change and how much stronger she gets with each one. C1, her resonance skill and enhanced resonance skill damage multiplier will be increased by 80%, and she will get additional 2 volatile notes Cadenza when she is not in combat mode or has less than 2 volatile notes. C2 will help increase Scarlet Coda damage multiplier by 75%, and After Sound buff will be increased more by 75%, making the Scarlet Coda to be even more powerful. Not only that, after casting Scarlet Coda, PHROLOVA will gain another 8 stacks of After Sound after that. C3 increase Echo skill damage by 60% more, and PHROLOVA Intro skill damage multiplier is also increased by 80%. Scarlet Coda will convert all volatile note that PHROLOVA possess to volatile note Cadenza, and the enemies that get hit by Hecate with the Cadenza buff will have their attack reduced by 20%. C4 is more to universal support from PHROLOVA, where it will help increase attack by 20% whenever she casts Echo skill. C5 helps PHROLOVA to get more authority on field, where she casts Celebration by stagnating enemies for 4 seconds, and the damage that she will receive reduced by 30% more. Casting Echo skill and then Liberation will get her to 60% reduced damage taken, which making her to tank a bit more damage, and not gonna lie, is a very useful buff, especially in hologram challenges where you might not very good with dodging. Finally, C6. Hecate damage multiplier will be increased by 3% of each stack of After Sound, and not only this is ridiculous, but I'm just saying that if you got 24 stacks of After Sound, there's 72% damage increase. Right after casting Resonance Skill and Enhanced Resonance Skill, Hecate will perform a new move called the Apparition of Beyond and grant PHROLOVA another 8 stack of After Sound. Final buff from C6 is Hecate will have its damage multiplier increased by another added 300% and the damage taken by enemy that get hit increased by 40% more, and 2 of these buff can be triggered when FROLOVA is on the field. Mental. Now let's talk about how to build her. First up, base echo set and main stats. In the next version 2.5, we will be getting another new Sonata effects called the Dream of the Lost, where its effect will grant up to 20% crit rate plus 50% havoc damage bonus for its wearer. This set will easily be her best in slot set to run for DPS because she's get guaranteed 20% crit rate and a free 15% havoc damage bonus. Since this new set is still in beta and possibly getting changed in the future, there's another one set that has been out for almost a year already, and most of you guys should have a decent set on this 5-piece, and that is her next best choice of echoes, Havoc Eclipse. This set will provide additional 40% havoc damage bonus for the wearer, and this set is I think pretty close to Dream of the Lost, just ever so slightly worse, but yeah, still usable. In general, for better DPS, I recommend just aiming for the Dream of the Lost and save your wave plates from now on, as this set provides the better buff and guarantees she will gain up to 20% extra crit rate without much investment. And now let's talk about her main stats. For cost 4, it's either crit rate or crit damage, but I highly go for crit damage, and depending on your luck with the substat, if you can maintain a good crit ratio between 60 to 70%. But remember that you can still get extra 20% crit rate from the Sonata effect. She also get 8% crit rate from the stat bonuses. For cost 3, you can just go for double havoc or combination between attack percent and havoc damage bonus, just to see which one of them have a better substats. For cost 1 is pretty simple, just farm attack percent for FROLOVA. In terms of substats, getting both crit rate and crit damage is already a good choice to go for, and for more extra damage, adding attack percent on it is also a good thing. Resonance skill damage bonus and energy regen are the last 2 subs to M4, with skill damage bonus generally being better since FROLOVA will greatly benefit from these stats, and energy regen for faster regeneration for her bursts. And now let's talk about her best weapon. First one, her signature weapon, Lithium Elegy. This weapon will increase FROLOVA attack by 12%, and after casting Echo skill, she will gain 32 damage increase for both skill and Echo skill, and the damage will ignore 8% more of the target's defense. On top of that, this weapon also provides additional 24.3% crit rate for FROLOVA. For the second best in slot weapon for FROLOVA, the String Master. This weapon is also great for on-field DPS, but for off-field as well, where the user will gain extra 12% attack increase. This weapon buff also greatly benefit FROLOVA and Hecate whenever you cast the outro skill during the Maestro stat. String Master also provides extra 36 crit rate with a bit higher than her signature weapon, but at the cost of the lower base attack. For the 4-star option, Fusion Accretion, you can go for FROLOVA to get extra attack percent, and last but not least, there's the Battle Pass weapon Augment. This one not only helps to maintain your crit ratio by providing a 20.3% crit rate, but it also increases your attack percent by 15%. Now let's talk about FROLOVA best team comp and also a few alternatives that you can use. This way you can decide on how much you are willing to sacrifice for FROLOVA damage. Team setup between FROLOVA, Rosia and Cantarella is now the talk of so many people right now, where each character outro skill complementing each other. FROLOVA buffing Rosia, Rosia buffing Cantarella, and Cantarella buffing FROLOVA. But I know some of you guys might already skip Rosia or maybe Cantarella, and luckily there's a few alternative resonator that you can replace them. Second slot character I would recommend is between resonator that can help amplify the next resonator skill damage, like Lumi and Tauchi. You can choose either 2 of them, or for the third slot, it's either Showkeeper, Marina, or maybe Baiji. You can also put FROLOVA together with Dungeon, where her outro skill will amplify FROLOVA havoc damage by 20% more, and Dungeon can also work as your sub DPS in the team. Finally, FROLOVA Material Ascension and Skill Level Up. So for the boss scope, she will need 46 of the new boss drop, which is not yet being shown but will be available on the new area in 2.5. And for the regional flowers, she will need 60 Blood Leaf Viburnum from Septimon. And for the talent level up, she will need 26 the Netherworld Stair, which can be found by defeating Hecate. And that's wrap up my PREFARM guide video on PHROLOVA. Overall, she is an extremely strong power DPS, moreover if you're planning on getting her sequence or not, and I think she will make a great combo with any other resonator for now. Her build path is really easy and the playstyle might be a bit tricky to learn at first, like trying to get perfect line of volatile nodes buff for Hecate. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think of her. As always, most of the key information I share with you might get changed whenever the official release comes out, so please keep an eye on the comment section as I'll try to post there if some of the things have been changed. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, have a nice day and I'll see you lot in the next one. Goodbye.